Okay, so we will be reading about two different landforms today. We'll be reading about peninsulas and about valleys and then answering questions on both, just like we did for canyons and glaciers and mountains last week. So first things first, a peninsula is a long piece of land surrounded by water on three sides. So in this picture, this is the peninsula, it's the piece of land, and as you can see, there's water on 1, 2, 3 sides. If the water went all the way around, we would have an island, but a peninsula juts out into the water. There's also a picture of a real one here. As you can see, it comes out from the land, and water goes around it on 3 sides. We are going to have some other vocabulary words. They will be in this glossary. We have landmass, which is a continent or some other big area of land. And if you remember, we learned about the continents earlier this year. There are 7 of them: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Antarctica, and Africa. Okay. We also need to know what a lighthouse is, and that is a tall building with a light on it, and it helps guide passing ships so that they know which way to go. They just go towards the light. And then we have tectonic plates, which we had earlier. I believe it was with the mountains. Tectonic plates are large pieces of rock that make up the Earth's outer layer, and sometimes they shift, so that will help form some of our landforms. Okay? So again, a peninsula is a long piece of land surrounded by water on 3 sides. A peninsula is surrounded by a body of water such as an ocean, lake, or sea. It is almost an island, except it is connected to a larger land mass. A peninsula can be found on every continent. They can also be many different sizes. They can be really small, only big enough for a lighthouse. They can be really large, such as the southern part of India. The states of Florida and Michigan are examples of well-known peninsulas. There are a few different ways a peninsula can be formed. One way is through tectonic plate movement. Tectonic plate movement causes land to be pushed and pulled in many different directions. Over time, the land begins to change and eventually forms a peninsula. Also, the rise and fall of water levels can result in the formation of a peninsula. Okay? And then you have your 10 peninsula questions. All the answers can be found in the story. So, like we have done in the past, if you want to go back through the story and you underline or you color in the line where you find the answer. The first question is always going to be about what the landform is. You can always find that answer in here right next to the name of the landform. So that should be relatively simple. The rest of these you can do by yourself if you are given a lot of space to write. I do expect full sentences, except if it says to list. If it says to list, just list the things. So like list 2 well-known peninsulas. You can just name them. List 1 way a peninsula is formed, just name it. What does the word landmass mean? This needs to be a full sentence. What are tectonic plates? Needs to be a full sentence. What is a peninsula? Needs to be a full sentence.